Hello, Tim here, and today we're going to be doing the installation of the Genesis SE massage chair. You're going to find that when it comes out of the box that it's going to be in a reclined position, and this is actually the best position for installation. You're going to want to take the arms out of the box, take the leg rest out of the box, get all the parts ready to go, and then we'll be ready to do the installation. So in the main body of the chair, you're going to find there's the box of hardware installation parts, and inside that box you're going to find the remote control, which obviously you're going to need. There's the leg rest clips, which we'll hang on to those for later. You're going to see that there's a remote holder and instructions with extra fuses in case you need them. You've got the power cord, definitely going to need that. You've got the bag of hardware, which I'll go over later, which item goes where and how to use it. And then the tools needed for installation are also included. You've got the Allen wrench and the Phillips screwdriver. Okay, so one thing that's interesting about this chair that we don't do in other chairs is when we put the arm on, we're not going to be attaching the air hoses. The air hoses are put on after the arm is attached. So we're just going to make sure that the air hoses aren't sticking out above anything where they might get caught. We're just going to make sure they're just down nice and flat. And then we're going to take the arm, and you want to make sure that you see this point here is going to be attaching to the little bracket under here. And then these brackets are going to be laying down on this bracket right here. So there's kind of an art to putting this on. It's a bit of a dance. So you need to sort of keep it at an angle and then ease it in, and it's installed. Okay, and then we're going to repeat the same process on the other side. Just keep it at an upward angle, tilt it on, and you'll find that it's mounted the same way. Okay, so now from the hardware package, we're going to take a black washer and the short black bolt and put the washer on the bolt, and then using the Allen wrench, we're going to go into the front position of the armrest, and we're going to be attaching this bolt. And sometimes it's a good idea to, before you tighten it down, just finger tighten it just to make sure that you're in the correct threads. You don't want to cross thread this bolt. You want to make sure that it goes in easily. And then tighten it down, and that one's all set. So for the next bolt, what we're going to do is we're going to take the longer silver bolt and silver washer, and we're going to take it up over towards the speaker, the middle area of the chair. And if we push down on the leather, you're going to see that there's a small Velcro strap. We're going to lift up that strap. Okay, so we're just going to take this screw, put it right into the hole, and then twist it until. So the next thing we want to do is we want to hook up the remote control. So you're going to find that from a sitting position in the right front is the port for the remote. It has a little rubber cap. So you just remove the rubber cap and then take the remote control, and there's a little tab on it, so you want to line up the tab, and then once you get that lined up, you can plug it in and screw it down. Okay, and the power cord goes into the back of the chair, just like most chairs. The only other thing that's kind of interesting is on this chair, the power switch itself is on the right side, on the lower area of the chair. So when you're powering on the chair, you just want to come over to the right side and flip the power switch up to the on position. Okay, so at this point what we're going to do is we're going to be installing the leg rest, and the first thing we need to do is make sure that the leg rest support arm is in a down position. You don't want to put the leg rest on when it's in this up position. It'd be very difficult. So we're going to turn on the chair and then simply turn off the chair, and it will go into a reset mode. Okay, at this point for the leg rest, if the clips are on the posts, we want to remove them. If they aren't already on the posts, then you're all set to go. You want to make sure you have 2 clips ready. And take the leg rest over to the front of the chair, and you're just going to take one side of the bracket and slide it onto the pin. And then when that one side is on, we're going to put the clip on the end of the pin. Hold it in place. And now that that side is locked on, we can take the other side and then slide it onto the pin, and then place a clip in place to hold that side on. Okay, and then at this point we want to take this pleated piece, which has a zipper on it, and attach it to the chair body itself. So we'll take the zipper, just put it together, and then zip across so that covers up all the hardware. Okay, and at this point what we want to do is we want to make the connections underneath the leg rest to the chair. So what we'll do is we'll turn on the chair and we're going to put it into a full recline, raise up the leg rest. And lay the back down, so that'll give you the best access to the air hoses and electrical connections underneath. Okay, and then under here you'll see that there's a hose connection up top and then a large and a small electrical connector. So we'll simply take the hose connection from the leg rest and just push it firmly onto the connector. And then we're going to take the large electrical connector. We're going to make sure that the thumb lock is at the top and plug it in nice and tight. And then the same with the lower connection. We're going to make sure the thumb lock is at the top and then plug it in nice and tight. Make sure these are not upside down. The thumb piece should always be at the top. So at this point you want to come around to the back of the chair, and you'll find that at the back of the armrest all the way underneath is the air hoses that we saw earlier. And each one of these hoses is numbered. This one is number 3. So you just take the numbers and you match them up. Number 2 to number 2, number 1 to number 1, number 3 to number 3. And then repeat that on the other side. Okay, and then we're almost done with the installation. At this point we're just going to take the remote holder, and it's going to have a little piece of cloth covering up the Velcro. You just remove that piece of cloth and then bring it around to the right side of the chair and tuck the Velcro into the corresponding piece of Velcro underneath. And you're all set. You can just take the remote, put it in the pouch, and it's ready to go.